page 4 of the prayer book. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. By my accumulations of the practice of giving and so forth, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. By my accumulations of the practice of giving and so forth, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. By my accumulations of the practice of giving and so forth, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. Om ye dharma hetu prabhavam hetum teshan tathagato yavatat kesham chayo nirodha evam vati mahashramanaye swaha. Om ye dharma hetu prabhavam hetum teshan tathagato yavatat kesham chayo nirodham evam vati mahashramanaye swaha. Om ye dharma hetu prabhavam hetum teshan tathagato yavatat kesham chayo nirodha evam vati mahashramanaye swaha. Yatha om gati gati parasam gati bodhiswaha. Yatha om gati gati paragati parasam gati bodhiswaha. Yatha om gati gati paragati parasam gati bodhiswaha. Yatha om gati gati paragati parasam gati bodhiswaha. Okay, we're continuing from where we left this morning. The three sufferings of the three feelings. The feeling of the pleasant feeling, unpleasant feeling, and neutral feeling pertaining to the mindfulness of the feeling. Mindfulness of feeling to be unpleasant, feeling to be miserable. Here, the feelings which is of three kinds are pleasant, unpleasant, and miserable. Of course, the first one, unpleasant feeling, this is something which we can easily identify as the miserable. Then the second one, which is the pleasant feeling. Okay, the pleasant feeling meaning the ordinary pleasant feeling. Feelings which is seen as pleasant by the ordinary mind, by the ordinary people like us. What we have learned is that all the pleasant feelings of the ordinary pleasant feelings, they are considered as the suffering of change. Okay, I'm just wondering if there is anyone who would like to share with us as to say, what examples do we have for the suffering of change? What examples do we have? And then we'll see how that is suffering. Okay, anyone who would like to give me an example of what the suffering of change is? Any example? Very quick. Very quick. Aging. Okay, aging is suffering of change. Is this what you're saying? Huh?
that what you asked?
Aging, okay. Aging is suffering change. Anyone else? Suffering change? Yes.
The end of the retreat? When the retreat will end?
Okay. Retreat coming to the end of the retreat. Okay, there's suffering change. Okay. Is there anyone who likes to explain to us as to what does it mean by suffering change? You may not give the examples. First, just tell me, what do you understand by suffering change? Anyone? Yes, here, Mary.
Par exemple, si on est très heureux parce qu'un événement se fait, qu'on est très heureux, et quand l'événement se termine, et là on commence à souffrir en disant « Oh mon Dieu, c'était beau, mais maintenant, oh là là, c'est terminé » et tout ça.
When we have a good, nice event, for example, the nice event is very pleasant, and when the event is finished, then we feel something sad because this nice event is over.
Okay, so maybe those who speak English, not French. So what is said is that when you have a nice event, and then as it comes to an end, then it ends with sadness. Okay, yes, good. This is why I'm asking this. I can give the answer, right? I could just say this, and soon after lunch, and then you think that, okay, yes, I'm getting it, and you may not get anything. So therefore I ask the question, right? So that your mind will be alert, right? Okay, Nicola?
The same object, the pleasant object, when we experience them multiple times, the pleasure decrease in weight.
Okay, you experience the pleasant experience. When you experience it multiple times, over and over again, then slowly it decreases in the happiness. Okay. Anyone else? Your name? Ola.
It can be also an attachment to this happy event. Like you want to reproduce it, so we want to find again and again this feeling of happiness because we experience something happy.
Yeah.
You're going to try to.
What is that? Happiness or the attachment to the happiness?
Attachment to the happiness.
Okay, attachment to the happiness is the suffering change.
Yeah. No?
Don't worry. So let us not decide whether it is not. What is important is just throw light, right? Throw light, and then we will decide later. Anyone else? Yes, here.
It appears to be pleasant, but it's in the nature of suffering. For example,
No, what? Just give an example.
Okay.
Something which appears as pleasant.
Okay. So for example, if I eat a chocolate ice cream, it's very good during 5 minutes, but after I may have bad stomach pain.
So stomach pain is the problem, or the chocolate is the problem?
You spoke about the nature of suffering, right?
It's in suffering by nature.
Okay, so look, I can see that most of the answers, they are getting very close, but they say you're getting close to the Kalachakra Center and then you point to another house. Okay, where's Kalachakra Center? You come all the way from Paris, come to, what is it? Saint Cosme. From Paris you drive like 2 hours towards Saint Cosme. After reaching Saint Cosme, then you point to another place. This is Kalachakra, right? Okay, you don't point to the center directly. Okay, anyone else? Okay. First. Impermanence is the suffering change.
No, sorry. All phenomena, all complex phenomena are impermanent.
All composite phenomena. Buddha's mind? Okay. Nico?
I think so far the examples that were given are more suffering of suffering and suffering of change. As far as I understand, it's more a temporary relief. For example, if I'm cold here in the Gompa, because it's in the shade, and then I go to the sun there, it's very sunny, then I will enjoy this, but it's just a relief from this suffering, but it's not real happiness there.
Oh, it's happy, right? Not happy?
It doesn't last.
Huh?
It doesn't last.
It doesn't last, but it's happy, right?
It's a temporary relief.
It's happy or not?
It's not really happy, but it's
No. If it lasts, then you're happy.
yeah. If I would enjoy the sun, therefore.
If you keep enjoying it, keep enjoying, then there's no problem. This is a question. Yes.
So is it about having to part from what we enjoy? So we are happy with something and then we have to part from that, and that's the suffering change because.
Okay, so we are happy with it because we have to part with it. Then it becomes suffering change. If you don't have to part with it, it's fine. Then it's happiness.
No, but then there will be change still, and still it will become suffering because
How?
because the enjoyment will not.
No. All the problems which everybody said is that we're going to be separated from it. It's temporarily. Temporary means what? We're going to separate it. You're worried about separation, right? If not separated, then it's happiness. Is what we say. Okay. Yes, Eric.
It's because it's not everlasting happiness. So
Again, not everlasting, which means you're going to separate.
So it's always change. If we go to the swimming pool, we have pleasure, we have happiness. But if we stay 1 week to the swimming pool, we don't.
No, don't stay 1 week. Stay for 1 hour and then leave. Then there's happiness. Stay 1 week is the problem. Stay 1 hour, then it's fine. Then it's fine, right? 1 hour is fine. Yes, over there. Your name?
Anne-Sophie.
Anna Sophie. Yes.
If you stay in the sun, you get burned.
Yes.
So
Burn is a problem.
yeah.
Yes. If it doesn't burn, then stay there.
If you stay in the sun, it's not happiness because
Okay. Then stay here is pleasant, right?
no,
It's not pleasant. What's the problem?
I think if you stay here too long, you will have you won't enjoy.
Okay. If you sit with His Holiness the Dalai Lama, is fine, right? Okay, now good. Why? So when I ask this question, I'm very happy that you are all actively taking part in this. This is very important, right? So there, your mind is being used. So Buddha emphasized on the importance of your wisdom, to activate the wisdom. Finally, we have to get rid of the suffering. How? By getting rid of the cause of suffering, which is the ignorance. And ignorance can be gotten rid of by the wisdom. And wisdom is a very active state of your mind. So your mind must be trained to be very active like this. Okay. Now, the point is, let's say first, like what Albert Einstein said, E equals mc squared. This is the equation. I'll give you equation, I'll give a formula. And this formula, you don't believe in it. You have to gain conviction in this formula. The formula is that all mundane experiences of happiness, not suffering, all mundane experiences of happiness falls under the category of the suffering of change. Right? All mundane experiences of happiness is suffering change, right? For example, eating good food and then overeating it, and then you feel what? You're tired of eating food. Tired. This is not the suffering change. Feeling good over eating the food, that is the suffering change. Going in the sun is not a problem. It's not the suffering change. No, sorry. Going in the sun and then feeling the burn. This is not suffering change. That is suffering. Suffering change is going to the sun and you feel the pleasant feeling. That is suffering change. Right? And then from there, when you come to the cool place, you feel cool, very pleasant. That is suffering change. And then feeling cool and staying there for too long, again you start feeling cold. That is not suffering of change. This is suffering. Make this distinction. You're getting it? Okay. In other words, any experience of happiness, be very precise. Any experience of happiness in the mundane context, any experience of happiness in the mundane context is suffering of change. Okay, this is what we have to learn. Having learned this, now the conviction. We must gain conviction. Not only you, I also should gain conviction. The point is, how is the mundane happiness, in other words, what we experience as happiness, how is that suffering? One. Then, how is that the suffering of change? Two. Why it is known as change? Why it is known as suffering? Two. You're getting it? Okay. Same. How many of you know that there is a Tibetan expression which says that a wild animal, when freed from a trap, this same trap will never catch the same wild animal again. Right? Trap is what? Trap is the one which catches the wild animal, and it has to catch the wild animal should be drawn closer, should be pulled by this trap. And what is there in the trap? Foods are there. Food, right? So the food is there to draw the animal inside. Once inside, then it will catch it. So this food, okay. If you come to know that there's a place where you get where you see diamond or gold there, and then you know that the moment you get in there very close, you'll be trapped, right? Like the mines, right? What do you call those? Mines, yeah, the mines were planted on the earth, on the ground. You step on it, you blast it, right? Say, in that place you don't know that there are mines. Say, and you saw that there are gold there, gold, silver, whatever there, and then somebody informs you that, oh, don't go there. There are mines. It is the moment you get very close by, it will blast you. Okay, now will you feel attached to the gold, or you feel that it's a trap? What do you feel? You will see that it's a trap. You're getting it? For example, do you know bait? Bait to catch the fish. Do you know what the bait is? What is the bait? Bait is what? Bait is the stone or food. Food, a delicious food or a rotten food. Hey, you have no idea what bait is. French people. Right? Bait is a food or a stone. Food. Delicious food or a rotten food. Very delicious food. It should be very delicious food. If it is rotten food, no fish will come close by. Right? So the bait, by the very definition, if the fish knows that this is bait, will the fish go towards that? Will not go towards that. Because the fish does not know that this is a bait, thinks that this is good food, they go there and then they are killed. So therefore, all the pleasant food and pleasant experiences that we go through, these are like the baits. And bait is never good. Bait are so vicious. If you really understand how we go through sickness, aging, death, depression, tension, anxiety, and the pain of loss of near and dear ones, right? These pains, and when we see these pains, right, then we see that life is miserable. Okay, let's say that in fact one time I have a very good friend who's a professor, very senior, highly respected professor, very senior professor, and he invited me to his home for some meals, and then his wife was there, and then a sharing, which we talking about some philosophy, whatever, and then we talk about rebirth and so forth, and then rebirth coming back. Then she said, okay, now listen, this is very important. She said that, no, I'll not come back to samsara again. She said, I'll not come back to samsara again. I'm fed up with samsara. Okay. Which means that she has been through her life experience. Maybe she might be in her 40s then. She might be in her 40s. And she said, I'm fed up with the samsara. I'll not come back to samsara again. Okay. So overall speaking, each one of us, maybe some might not, rare number of people might not have that experience. Otherwise, we have very severe problem, severe life experience, tragedy, loss of near and dear ones, and so forth, right? Loss of near and dear ones is so acutely painful. In fact, one of my friends, I think he was already in his 50s. 50s, then either late 40s or already 50s. He lost his mother, and he was very close to the mother. Then it was just few months after the cremation of his mother's, after his mother's funeral. Then he said that now I feel really disoriented. I feel disoriented. I just go here and there. Whenever I see other people, I see them as just a bunch of ashes. Because he felt so close to his mother, and he saw his mother passing in his own arms. And then cremation was done, and then he was just, the pain that he felt over losing the mother was so acute, and he saw that life doesn't really have any meaning. Now the mother is already gone. The one who I love so much, the one who loves me so much is gone. Now the life has no meaning. He really felt lost, disoriented, and he said there's no really meaning in the life. This was what very strongly came to him. And very likely most of us, we have some form of such experience, right? So thinking that way, we see that we are in what is known as samsara. This is the definition of samsara, where we have to go through sickness, aging, death, and so forth, right? Now, precisely what is meant by samsara? Precisely what is meant by samsara? This is what we have to learn. Oh, samsara is a place where, no, I don't want to be in samsara, I want to go to Buddha land, Pure land. No, samsara is not outside. Samsara is not outside world. It is your own mental state. It is your own mental state. For example, in dream, say you're being terrorized by terrorists, you're being captured by terrorists, right? You're going through such a terrible experience. So that is the fear that you're going through. This fear, who created this fear? The terrorist created, or your mind, the dreaming mind created it? The dreaming mind created it. So therefore, samsara is nothing really outside there as a place. Samsara is a state of your own mind. Okay, this is so important. Okay, so with this Bodhicitta retreat, when I say this is so important, you must put them into notes and see that eventually you must gain conviction that this is very true. You getting it? Okay, samsara. What is samsara? It is a state of your own mind. What state of mind? Buddha also has a state of mind, but it's not samsara. For us, it's samsara. A state of mind where we have lost the freedom. A state of mind which has lost the freedom. That is samsara. Loss of freedom is misery. Misery is samsara. So a state of mind which has lost the freedom. Okay. To make it even more precise, involuntary, a state of mind which is dictated by the involuntary pull and push. A state of mind which is dictated by involuntary pull and push. Okay, you note it down, and over the next 6 days, we should be able to understand what exactly does mean by involuntary pull and push. Then you'll understand it. It's amazing. Then you will appreciate the Buddha's teachings. You see the Buddha's image, you'll feel, really, literally, you feel that I'm so lucky that I met with the teaching of the Buddha. Right? If you know what exactly is samsara. Samsara is nothing. It's a state of mind which is dictated by the involuntary pull and push. Involuntary pull and push. Involuntary pull and push means you don't have the freedom. You getting it? Involuntary pull and push means you don't have the freedom. You don't have the freedom means loss of freedom. Loss of freedom is misery. Misery is samsara. You getting it? Okay. Now you may be wondering, what exactly does it mean by involuntary pull and push? Right? Okay, tell me. Say what I said is, first I give you the meaning, not definition, the meaning of samsara. Samsara is a mental state which is dictated by the involuntary pull and push. And the involuntary pull and push Why is that samsara? Because in pull and push, there's no freedom. Lack of freedom is misery. Misery is samsara. You're getting it? So there's no special place known as samsara outside. Right? Okay, tell me. In a dream, you dream of being terrorized, captured, arrested, kidnapped by terrorists. And there's you go to constant fear, right? And then you may say, it may be somewhere in some other place, in the city or whatever, right? And then, how I wish I'm in France, how I wish I'm in France. Where are you saying this? In your dream, right? And then you try to escape to, say, Nico comes to you, right? Nico comes to you in your dream. And you say, what happened to you? I'm kidnapped by the terrorists. Please take me to France. Nico says, don't worry, I'll take you. Right? He takes you. Right? It's in France. It's still happening in the dream. Right? Okay. Now Nico takes you there. And then in France, he lets you go. Okay, now can I leave now? He said, okay. Again, the next terrorist kidnapped you. Right? Tell me. Who made you to be kidnapped in the dream? External terrorist was there, or your mind was playing on you? Tell me. Your mind is playing, right? Whose mind? Is it your mind or terrorist mind? Your own mind. Why are you not thinking of something pleasant? Why is your mind making the terrorist? Why is your mind not making His Holiness the Dalai Lama? Why not? Why not?
No choice.
You don't have the choice, right? Okay, you don't have the choice to select the dreams. The dream is dictated by the previous imprints. You're getting it? So, if you don't have the choice to dictate your dream, if you don't have the choice to choose your dream, you have lost your freedom. If you don't have the choice, and the dream constantly happening, you don't have the choice, you have lost the freedom. Loss of freedom is the worst of the miseries. And the misery is samsara. You're getting it? Okay, let's say, this is extremely important. If you understand this, then say, we speak about dharma. Dharma in its very refined way, right? Many of the real dharma practitioners, for them, altars, they say make no relevance. No need to alter, right? No need to alter. Wherever you are, there's altar. Wherever you are, there's real dharma in the air, right? All these altars, they are meant to help us to invoke the spirit of the dharma. If you know the dharma so well, no need to have the altars. For example, Jesuit Milarepa, the highest epitome of the dharma practitioner. In his case, there's no altar. You know the story? How many of you know about Jesuit Milarepa? Okay, Jesuit Milarepa, he was 11th century incredibly great saint, and in fact he is believed to have achieved Buddhahood within a single lifetime. So what he did was that, let us see in his cave whether there was altar or not. In his cave, he was meditating in the cave, and then in the daytime he was just sitting outside, and then a robber, a thief, not knowing that Jesuit Milarepa, he was the who lives in this cave. This robber sneaked into the cave in the daytime. Then Jesuit Milarepa, seeing this, he just broke into laughter. And what he said? He said that, "Hey guy, what are you doing?" Right? Oh, no, that was in the nighttime, not in the daytime. It's the nighttime. He was sneaking into Jesuit Milarepa's cave to steal something. Then Jesuit Milarepa saw this, and he just broke into laughter and said, "Hey guy, what are you doing? Even in the daytime, I don't see anything in this cave, my own cave. In the nighttime, how can you see anything in this cave?" Right? So therefore, he did not have anything like altar, like this. So what I'm saying, at this age, then you live, oh now, what a freedom. Right? After going to Kalachakra Bodhicittas retreat, I learned that you don't need altar. This is not a connotation. The connotation is that we have to know the Dharma so precisely. We need all these things while we do not reach while we are yet to reach that level. We need all these things in order to help us to realize the Dharma more clearly. You're getting it? Okay, so the point is that the real understanding of Dharma is actually the real altar. Real altar, the the rituals, whatever. Okay, this is so important. With this mind, say the dream. Okay, let's say that, okay, the Nico volunteers to take all of us to the Mount Kailash. Mount Kailash for a pilgrimage. How many of you want to go to Mount Kailash for pilgrimage? Okay, good. Odi? The two Odis? Yes. Right. Okay, so you want to go to Mount Kailash for... And then Nico said that Mount Kailash is spectacularly beautiful. It's so beautiful. Fresh snow. Very beautiful. Very holy. Okay. And then Nico wants you one thing. Nico wants you that... But be very careful. There is these... What is that? Glare. Sun glare. The snow glare. It can burn your eyes. It can burn your eyes. So therefore, make sure that you buy goggles. Goggles, right? To stop you from the glare. And the goggles, the goggle means the glasses to stop the glare. So the goggles that we're going to buy, unfortunately, it so happened that it was from a very bad company. From bad company, goggle is not very, crystal clear. It's not so clean. Then you all have the goggle on, right? And then you all ended up there. And then you look at it. No, it's holy, but it's very dirty. Right? It's holy, right? Oh, please bless me, but you are very dirty. Right? This is what you're seeing. Okay. And then some of you even start a project. Clean Kailash project. Right? Clean Kailash project. No need to start such a project. Just remove the goggle and put on a clean goggle. Right? Put on clean goggle, you will see amazingly beautiful Mount Kailash. You're getting it? Okay, tell me. Earlier you saw the Kailash to be very dirty. Is it because the Kailash dirty or dirty with your glasses? Your glasses are dirty. You're getting it? It's not because Mount Kailash is dirty. Okay, now, just as we interacted with Mount Kailash through a dirty lens, we interact with the world with the dirty lens of our own mind. Don't forget it. We interact with the world with the dirty lens of our own mind. We are looking at the world through the very dirty lens of our own mind. As long as you look at the Mount Kailash with the dirty lens, you are bound to see the Mount Kailash dirty. Likewise, as long as we interact with the world with the dirty lens of our mind, we are bound to see the world as imperfect and dirty. So that dirtiness, do you want to see the world as dirty, or do you want to see the world as nice? Tell me. You want to see the world as nice, or you want to see the world as dirty? Nice. But you are looking at through a dirty lens of your mind. Why are you looking at it with a dirty lens of mind? Why? Do you have choice? You don't have choice. Which means that you don't have the choice to see what kind of perception. Dirty perception, good perception. You don't have the choice. Lack of choice is lack of freedom. Lack of freedom is misery. Misery is samsara. So this misery is nothing really outside here. It is how our mind creates this misery. Our mind creates the loss of freedom. You're getting it? This is extremely important point. Okay. Now with this, let me take us back to the dream. Let me take us back to the dream. Say, you're dreaming of, say, the wild animal chasing you. You're dreaming of wild animal chasing you. Tiger is chasing you. Or in France, no tiger. Then Huh? Wolf chasing you. Right? Wolf chasing you in the dream. Right? And then you fall. And wolf will not stop. Wolf will keep chasing you. And then you are about to be in the claws of the wolf. Right? Okay, tell me, what is your experience? What's the experience like? So much of fear. You agree with me? So much of fear. Okay, now, say this, when you come out, let's say the wolf is about to catch you, and then before the wolf actually catches you, the mother wakes you up. Mother wakes you up. What's the feeling? Hey, what's the feeling? No feeling. What a relief. What a sigh of relief. Okay, this is so important. Tell me, in the dream, you had so much of fear. Same person. The mother wakes you up, the fear dissolves. Tell me, why did you have so much fear in the dream? Why you came out of the fear when you wake up? Anyone, very quickly. Anyone, very quickly. Why do you have so much of fear in the dream? Because I thought that the dream is real. When you wake up, the fear dissolves. Why? Because I realize, because I know that it is not real. Okay, good. What is this? Huh? Be louder. What is this? A flower. What's the French word for flower?
Fleur.
Flower. Okay, what is this? Flower. Flower. Right? Okay. Say this flower. In the dream wolf chasing you. What's the difference between this flower and the dream wolf? Tell me. What's the difference between the dream wolf chasing you and this flower that you are seeing now? What's the difference? Anyone?
Conventionally, this flower is existing.
So this flower exists, is real, and the dream wolf is not real. It's coming from your mind. You agree with me? Okay, let's see. So this dream, okay, for the time being, we are just day one of the retreat. So you don't have to worry, right? Day 4, day 5, then you have to be more sophisticated philosophers. For the time being, don't worry. So what do we see? This is a real flower, real object there. And the dream wolf, this is not from the object, it's from the subject, from the mind. Right? Object, subject. Okay. I'm very sure that each one of us, we have been to movie theaters. How many of you have the experience of movie theaters? We all have the movie theater experience. Right? Say, movie theater, you are watching a movie. Say you are watching a movie here. Tell me, where is this movie coming from? Where is the movie coming from? From the projector. Where's the projector? Yeah. Behind you. Very good. Projector is behind you. Okay. This is very important. The screen on which you are watching the movie, this is the object, and the projector is analogous metaphor for the subject. Like your mind, the subject, and the movie is on the screen. The screen is the object. For example, this flower is the object, and my mind is the subject. The flower is the object, my mind is the subject. The movie is the object, the screen is the object, and the movie projector is the subject. You're getting it? Okay. Now tell me, say, the movie is coming from the screen or coming from the projector? Coming from the projector. Okay. Where is the movie? On the screen or on the projector? Where's the movie? Movie is on the screen. Coming from where? Projector. Okay, don't forget it. Movie is on the screen, on the object, but it's not from the object. It's from the subject, from the projector. Likewise, when you look at this flower, like the dream wolf chasing you. Dream wolf, where is the dream wolf coming from? From the object or from the subject? From the subject. You're getting it? When you say that the dream wolf is coming from the subject, in a way what you're saying is that dream wolf is subjectively real. You're getting it? Dream wolf is subjectively real. In the dream, if the dream wolf was subjectively real, in the dream, why are you running? Why are you running? Why you have to fear? Tell me. Because you thought that the dream wolf was subjectively real or objectively real? Objectively real. You're getting it? When you see the dream wolf as objectively real, there's so much of fear. This is, okay, very important. Don't forget it. When you see the dream wolf as objectively real, fear arises. When you see the dream wolf as subjectively real, the fear dissolves. You getting it? Don't forget it. Okay, now, say the dream wolf, in the dream you see the dream wolf as objectively real or subjectively real? In the dream, you saw the dream wolf. This dream wolf, you see this is objectively real or subjectively real? In the dream, objectively real. This is ignorance or wisdom? Ignorance. So with the ignorance of seeing the dream wolf as objectively real, fear arises. You getting it? With the ignorance of seeing the dream wolf as objectively real, fear arises. When you wake up, you see that dream wolf is not objectively real, it's subjectively real. When you see the dream wolf as subjectively real, it's ignorance or wisdom? Wisdom. With the wisdom to see that the dream wolf as subjectively real, the fear dissolves. You getting it? You getting it? This is extremely important. This is extremely important, right? Therefore, the Buddha said that there's nothing which exists objectively. Everything exists subjectively. This is what the Buddha said. Everything exists subjectively. So just as when you realize that the dream ghost is subjectively, the dream wolf is subjectively real, your fear dissolves. Likewise, even in the real life, everything is subjectively real. Nothing is objectively real. This is what the Buddha said. If you know this, all the fears of your life will dissolve. All the fears of the life will dissolve. Okay, in the dream, right? Dream wolf is chasing you, right? So you're running. Is it involuntary running or happily running? In the dream wolf is chasing you, right? And you're running. Is involuntary or voluntary running? Involuntary, you have to run. I don't want to run, I want to rest. But still you have to run. You cannot say, wolf, please rest. You cannot say this. You have to run. You're getting it? This is involuntary. Push. Then suddenly the Nico came in the dream. Right? Nico came. Hey, why are you running? Because the wolf is chasing you. Don't worry. I'll stop him. Right? You stop. You rest. I'll stop him. Then the wolf sees Nico, the big Nico there. The wolf ran away. Ran away. Okay. Are you happy or not happy? You're very happy. Right? Then you just feel like sitting next to Nico all the time. Right? This is involuntary pull. This involuntary pull. You are getting it? This is involuntary pull. And then you are pushed by the dream wolf and pulled by the dream Nico. You're getting it? So this is involuntary pull and push. Now, your mother wakes you up, right? Then would you say that, oh, is it the dream wolf around me? You will not ask this question. Oh, is it the dream Nico around me? You will not ask this question. Why? You know that both, the dream ghost, the dream wolf, which you don't like, the dream Nico who protected you, both are just your dream. When you know this, you are least affected. Involuntary pull and push stops. Involuntary pull and push stops. This is when you get the maximum freedom from the dream. You agree with me? You agree with me? This exactly is what is happening in the real life. Right? So there's always constant involuntary pull and push. I do want to become older, right? So actually, all these episodes are there. When I was, I think about like, okay, this is interesting, the episodes. When I was, I think age 10 or 12, I discovered the age of one senior boy in school. I discovered that his age is 17. You're all very old. I was 12. You're very old. I will also become one like you one day. Then Then slowly I became 16, 17, right? And still very young. And then I discovered the age of one of the teachers. The teacher was aged 32 or 33. No, your life is gone. You're already very old. 32. Right? No, I will also, he also went through the school. Yes, then I will also become one like him. 32 one day. Yes. Then I reached age 32. At that time, 32, 34, I was in Cambridge. Cambridge, the first time. And Cambridge, there was a professor who I just reached there. They were my host. And I came to realize that he'd celebrated his 50th birthday. What is there to celebrate? His 50th birthday is half century gone. This was what came to my mind, right? What is there really to celebrate? It's 50 years gone, right? Okay, then now I become 50. Then recently, when I was in Vietnam, I was given the example of my hand. 7 years old, my hand was so cute. Now my hand is not really cute. 50 years old, cute in the hand, not nice. And the abbot, who was amazingly generous. But he must be in his 70s. He said that, but Geshe-lam, 50 years hand is still very young. Right? Okay, so this is how. I don't want to age, but involuntarily I have to age. I don't want sickness. Involuntary sickness happens. Death, aging, meeting with the undesirable experiences, separation from the desirable experiences. These are all happening involuntarily. You're getting it? So this involuntarily that you have to experience something, this is the loss of freedom. Loss of freedom, misery, samsara. So this involuntary experience is all because that we are living in another dream. There are two dreams. Conventional dream and the unconventional dream. Right? From the conventional dream, you wake up very often. Every day you wake up from this conventional dream. But from the unconventional dream, right? Okay, tell me. How many of you can tell for sure that tomorrow we'll still have the class like this? Okay, yes, of course, this is very natural. You know. Maybe if I don't get sick, then I'll be still here. But tell me, what can you tell me? What can you tell the group here of where will you be after 10 years? In France or outside France? Or Paris, outside Paris? How many of you can decide that? We cannot decide that. Like a dream. Just as a dream, we cannot decide what the dream is. Okay, how many of you want to have the dream wolf chasing you tonight? How many of you like to have this dream? Raise your hands. You don't want. How many of you like to have the dream? How many of you like to have the dream of having tea with His Holiness the Dalai Lama? Okay, right, everyone. Now tell me. Okay, how many of you are going to have the dream to have tea with His Holiness the Dalai Lama tonight? How many of you are going to have the dream? My question is not how many of you like to have. My question is how many of you will have the dream to have tea with His Holiness the Dalai Lama? Raise your hands. You're going to have the dream. Why not? Why not? Tell me why not? Why not?
It's possible.
Huh?
It's possible. It's a possibility, but you cannot say yes.
It's not possible because we cannot decide the dream. You're getting it? We cannot decide the dream. Which means the dream is not in your hand. Dream is not in your hand. Right? While the dream is created by your mind, but it is not in your hand. You cannot decide what the dream is. So you have lost the freedom to choose your dream. And yet, the dream dictates fear. Dream dictates happiness in your dream. You agree with me? So your happiness, your miseries in the dream are all dictated by the dream, which is not in your hand. So therefore, it's a loss of freedom. Even the happiness in the dream is also loss of freedom. Because this is not you, what you have chosen. It's chosen by somebody else. Not by you, by your dream. Your mind has chosen this pleasant dream for you, and you feel so happy. We become like a puppet. Puppet has a freedom or it does not have a freedom? No freedom. Puppet has no freedom. So we are like a puppet in the dream. Outside dream is also another dream, which is known as unconventional dream. So that from the conventional dream we have been waking up every 24 hours. But from the unconventional dream we have never woken up. We have never woken up from this unconventional dream. What we are seeing now, what we are experiencing now, this is all unconventional dream. You're getting it? And we cannot dictate it. We cannot dictate it. This is dictated by this self-grasping ignorance. This is dictated by the self-grasping ignorance. Okay.
You can please give explanations of conventional dream
and unconventional dream. Very good.
One more time.
Very good question. Thank you, Daniel. Conventional dream is the dream which we usually have. Right? We go to bed and then you start dreaming, then after 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, or say then in the morning we wake up, you come out of the dream. So this is conventional dream. Unconventional dream is a very long dream. What is happening now is an unconventional dream, right? This is actually, okay, what is unconventional dream? Okay, look at the other person sitting next to you. Look at the other person sitting next to you. Okay, you all smiled. You all smiled, right? You all smiled. Okay, say. Okay, did you see the other person sitting next to you like a dream or something so solid there? Did you see the other person like a dream or so solid there, not like a dream, is independently there? How do you see that other person? So solidly there, right? So solidly there. Okay, that is self-grasping ignorance. Seeing things as so solidly there is the self-grasping ignorance. Well, some competition is going in there. Some people, right? Between Oceana and Nicola, there is a competition going, gazing. Okay, so the point is, okay, right? Okay, in actuality, okay, tell me, what am I doing? What am I doing? Drinking water, right? Okay, drinking water. And the chemist will say that you are drinking H2O. And the physicist will say that I'm drinking electrons, protons, neutrons. You agree with me? Right? Okay, which of the three is correct? There are three different answers. Huh? All are correct. You're getting it? When you see me drinking electrons, protons, neutrons, do you see me drinking water? No. When you go in the electrons, proton, neutron level, water disappears. Water makes no sense. You getting it? So therefore, the thing is that, say, what is really there is H2O, electrons, protons, neutrons, or the water. Huh? All are there. All are there, but when you see it as electrons, protons, neutrons, then there's no fun. And particularly on a very hot season, when you see it as the cool water, you just feel like having it. When you see it as electrons, protons, neutrons, there is no fun, right? So it has a tremendous effect on your emotional world. The same object seen as water, it triggers happiness within you. The same which is seen as electrons, protons, the emotional happiness dissolves. Right? So what's the difference? Object is the same. What's the difference? Object is the same. What's the difference? Perception. Perception is the difference. You're getting it? One is perceived as water, other is perceived as H2O, one perceived as electrons, protons, neutrons. With the difference in perception, your emotions also differ. You're getting it? And the perception is happening where? On the object or on the subject? Perception is happening where? On the object or on the subject? Subject. You're getting it? Subject means this perception is simply created by your mind, not from the object. Perception is created by your mind, it's not from the object. You're getting it? Dream is created by your mind, or dream is created by the object? Dream is created by your mind. Likewise, this perception water, right? And okay, now look at the other person sitting next to you once more. Look at the other person sitting next to you once more. Right? Okay. Do you see the other person as the person or a bunch of atoms? What did you see? Right? If you see a bunch of atoms, you will not smile. 100% you will not smile if you see a bunch of atoms. If you see a bunch of atoms, still you smile, it is time for you to go to medical hospital. You're getting it? So therefore, you're not seeing, for sure you're not seeing a bunch of atoms, you are seeing a person there. Right? But what's the difference? What's the difference? Say, seeing the same object as a bunch of atoms and as a person, what's the difference? Perception is the difference. You're getting it? And this perception is created by your mind? Perception is happening on the mind or on the object? On the mind. Mind is subject or the object? Subject. So therefore, this perception, that what you are seeing as a person is nothing but the mere perception happening on the subject. You're getting it? It's just happening on the subject. Okay, now, with this, subject means like a dream. Just as a dream is created by your mind, even this perception is created by your own mind. You're getting it? Because it's created by the mind, it is like a dream. It is not a dream. It is like a dream. So this is known as the unconventional dream. You're getting it? Okay. Yes, we're getting something, but still I cannot grab at anything. Don't worry. It's day 1 or day 2 or day 10 years? It's a day 1, right? It's amazing. In day 1, you're getting, you're talking about subject, object, right? It's amazing. Okay. Now the next is that, say, how can we wake up from this unconventional dream? Unconventional dream meaning that everything what is happening around is nothing other than the mere perception. You're getting it? Okay, just say, think of yourself. Oh, I'm a boy, I'm a male, I'm a female, I'm a boy, I'm a girl. Okay, think of this. And think of the same person in the form of the millions of atoms. Can you think of it? Okay, think of it now. Just sit upright, and then think of yourself and the way you see normally. Think of it first, where you see normally as a male, as a female, whatever. Okay, number 2. Now think of yourself in form of, say, the cells. Millions of cells. Okay, it's going to be more like a guided meditation. You just follow the steps of the thing. As I say this, you are made of skin, the fatty tissues, the heart, the lungs, the bone, the skeleton, muscles, and so forth. These organs are in turn made of the cells. You go to the cellular level. And the cells are made of cell membrane, cytoplasm, and nucleus. And the nucleus is made of chromosomes. Chromosomes are made of DNA molecules. DNA molecules are made of atoms. Okay. Now stay there. See yourself in the light of innumerable number, millions and billions of, I think like 6 or 3 trillion cells. Stay there. And these cells are made of innumerable atoms. Stay there. What are you seeing now? I'm just seeing innumerable billions of cells. No, sorry, billions of atoms. Stay there. Okay, where is that person? Who earlier you saw as a male, who earlier you saw as a female, where is that person? it disappears. It's not there. Okay, slowly come out of the meditation. Okay, now you see that the same person can be seen as the male, female, a person, I. The same person you saw that is just a bunch of atoms. And these two perceptions are very different. With a bunch of atoms, you don't feel that this is I. Whereas when you see that person as a male, female, the person, then you feel I. Right? I. Yet we realize that this is just mere perception. From the object side, it's the same. But the perception is different. One's a bunch of atoms, one's a person. It's a mere perception. And the perception is purely subjective. It's not from the object. So therefore, even this, what I see as I, is nothing other than the subjective perception, subjectively there. From the object, it's not really there. You're getting it? Okay. Now, if you discover that it's everything, even this atom is also subjective. Everything is subjective. If you come to know this, you are known as the fully awakened one. So it is therefore one of the epithets of the Buddha is that the Buddha is revered as the fully awakened one. The one who has awakened from the unconventional dream. Right? Realizing that everything that what is around that I'm experiencing, they're all nothing but the creation of my own mind. Okay. Piyatha Om Gati Gati Paragati Parasamgati Bodhiswadhyata Om Gati Gati Paragati Parasamgati Bodhiswadhyata Om Gati Gati Paragati Parasamgati Bodhiswadhyata. Okay, 3 prostrations.